Hi guys, good morning. So today's post, I'm on location in my sewing cave, and I just thought that I'd quickly share a post with you to show you how I organize my magazine patterns. So magazine patterns or sewing book patterns are the ones that I have to trace off. And so because I actually sew a lot from magazines and from books, it took me quite some time to come up with what I considered to be a solution that worked with regards to how to store them. And I think you'll find this quite nifty. So I do apologize for the camera movement, but I'm gonna have to pick up my iPad and kind of walk around and show you. I would give you a tour of my sewing cave right now, but it doesn't look good at the moment. It's not very tidied up. So next time I tidy it up, I promise I'll do a tour of my sewing cave. But for now, let's look at how I store my magazine and sewing book patterns. Okay, so number one, these are the ones that are used a lot frequently, or they're ones that I'm working on, like the Talviki sweater over there. This pattern is leggings for my girls, so that gets used quite a lot. So I just tend to pin them onto the wall, just like that, until I no longer need to use them, and then I'll pack them away. So that's number one. So this is my second storage solution for also for taped up patterns as well as for traced patterns. And that's basically that let's get this into, okay, so this is a big hook. Okay, so this is something that I actually bought for knitting purposes. I can't remember what it's called, but it's something that you use for holding stitches, like underarm stitches when you're knitting. But I didn't seem to use it that much. And one day when I was trying to figure out the best way to store my traced out patterns, it just sort of like occurred to me that I could use this with some safety pins. So basically, I can unhook it like so, and so this is one pattern set, which I use either paper clips to sort of stick them together, or my favorite weapon of tool of choice is a safety pin. Okay, so I just pin the safety pin through each pattern piece, and there you have it. So kind of dangles, and then it's just easy for me to then just to just slide it in like that, and voila. So on here I have about how many do I have? See if I can show you. So all of these are patterns. Each safety pin represents a pattern, and it's quite easy for me to just pull this off and sort of flip through in order to look for the pattern that I want. And this, see if I can change. Okay, and so I have this door on my sewing cave which has got a coat hook, and all I then do is I just hang that on there, and focus, iPad, I command you to focus. Oh gosh, this is so hard, but you get the basic idea. So this is storage solution number 2 for my PDF patterns. I particularly prefer this one because it means that the patterns don't get rolled up, unlike some of them that have clearly fallen through the net and they haven't been pinned up and they're just rolled up. So that's number 2. I'll just quickly show you the final storage solution that I came up with. Okay, so the other thing that I do is once I finish using something and it's no longer being pinned up on the wall, I actually fold them up and put them in these large Jiffy A4 size Jiffy envelopes. And what I do, so like for instance, this one is for all of my Ottobre Design Kids magazine patterns. And so these are all of the editions that I have. So I've got the Winter 6 2008, the Autumn 4 2014, etc. And any that has been traced out and has a pattern available, I just write the number of the pattern in the book and sort of like just a quick reference so that I know whether it's dressing, whether it's dresses or it's leggings. Gosh, I just made up a new word there. Dress plus leggings, dressings. Anyway, so that's what I then do. And how they are folded up and stored is I'm doing this one-handed, so it's quite tricky. Okay, so some of them are in these freezer bags, which is what I did before I came up with this other solution. So these ones just sort of like stayed in there, but I have a nifty way of folding them up, which I really want to show you. Okay, so this is a pattern, Ottobre 4 2014, number 13. And so I learned this folding up technique from the patterns that I bought from Murphy, and basically you just try and fold it all up so that it's like a nice neat square, and I just put a paper clip on them so that they don't unfold. And I always try and make sure that I fold them such that I can easily see and identify which pattern it is, and then they go into the envelope, which lives on my shelf in there. So I've got that for Ottobre Design magazines, and I've got that for my Burda. So this is the Burda 2016 envelope, which is actually quite full because I made quite a few maxi skirts, so they take up quite a huge volume. And this is my Burda 2017 envelope, which I've just started, and you can see which January patterns I traced off and where they are. So that is solution number 3. So to recap, solution number 1 is sticking them up on the walls. I'm lucky enough to have this dimpled wallpaper, so it's easy enough for me to just use my pins to stick it up on the wall. So that's storage solution number 1. And my favorite storage solution is using the safety pins and then putting them on this bigger pin here and just hanging them up somewhere so that they're always there. And then the final one is keeping them in these jiffy envelopes where they're folded up quite neatly and kept on the shelf. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was just a completely improvised, impromptu vlog post that I thought of while I was in the sewing cave. I'm spending a lot of time in the sewing cave today because I have a lot of paid sewing work to do, so yay for that. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already for new sewing videos every week. And oh, also, this weekend I finally get the opportunity to shoot makes video, because I have made so much stuff since January, and more excitingly, I've actually made some items from my most recent fabric haul. So that's super exciting because it actually means that fabric didn't stay in the stash. It wasn't a stasher for a long time, so I'm really excited to show you some of the things that I've made from that. So keep an eye out for that. That should be out sometime next week, hopefully. But yeah, until I see you guys again, happy sewing, and I'll catch you later. Bye.